All right, let's think then about what this portends for October when there's another special session for Florida Senate District redistricting drawing of maps. That's more complicated.
Well,
and, you know, we can't expect much more agreement than we saw here, can we?
Well, it's complicated on a couple levels. One of which is that there was, legal challenges sort of forcing them to do the Senate districts too. But the Supreme Court has never ruled on the Senate districts. The Senate essentially folded its case here several weeks ago and said, yes, some of these districts are unconstitutional. We'll agree to go into a special session and redraw them. So there's not going to be any guidance from the courts specifically to the Senate districts to say this is how they should be drawn, which we did see in the congressional case. So there's an issue there that, kind of is an open field going into this special session on the Senate districts about where the problems are, how many districts need to be changed, and what they should look like. So that to me could cause even more debate than what we saw over the congressional districts. The other thing is more of a human element of it, is that the Senate districts are, there's a much more self-interest potentially involved in drawing these Senate districts than there was in the congressional districts. You got 40 senators, a lot of whom are not termed out yet. So they, presumably may have to run again or want to run again. So they're going to have self-interest in how these districts look. But there's also a whole heck of a lot of House members who are probably thinking, someday down the road, I'd like to run for the Senate. So they want districts that are going to be amenable to them running. So, there's a lot of potentially self-interest and conflict there. So, we're still almost 2 months away from that session. So things can change, or we may get a little bit different picture as things go forward. But I don't think anybody could walk away from what happened in the congressional district redistricting session and think it's going to be easy to draw these Senate districts.
I think we're going to be talking about this again. Thanks, Jim. For more news about Florida politics and government, visit the Advances section of our website.